And it looks like we are live. What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who it is. Dr. Mike back again, once again, with another classic video for you guys today. And before I get into the video, before we get into the live stream today, I hope everybody's blessed. I hope everybody's had a blessed day. Dr. Mike is currently listening to Kendrick Lamar's Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. Okay, I wanted to make that 100% clear. That is on the soundtrack, and that is what is on repeat as we talk this particular live stream today. Again, I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Current time check 5:32 in the PM over on the West Coast. Shout out to my people in the West Coast. Central time, we're looking somewhere about 7:36 in the PM. I'm sorry, 7:32 in the PM. On the West Coast, I'm sorry, here on the East Coast, somewhere around 8:36 in the PM, and of course, Philippine time, 9:30 something in the AM. And I sincerely hope everybody's having a blessed day, like I tell you constantly, time and time again. Now, Dr. Mike is not one to mince words. He's not one to beat around the bush or talk a little shit here and there. But I'm definitely gonna rip this one off like a band-aid. And before I get to it, of course, every time I do a live stream, it always comes with a backstory. All right. So Dr. Mike was having a conversation with somebody today, right? And I'm one to appreciate people who appreciate their accolades, okay? If you've accomplished something in life, you should be proud of what you accomplish. But sometimes your bragging and shit like that seems to go a bit too far. So I was having a conversation with a guy today, and he was bragging about. He's like, "Yeah, man, shit, man. Since I've been in the Philippines, man, I had sex with like 30 Filipinas and 45 Filipinas and shit. I had me a threesome last night. I was having it in, man. I was getting it in and shit like that, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, congratulations for you, man. I'm happy for you. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Come to the Philippines. You're supposed to enjoy yourself, correct?" So he bragging and shit, and he kept talking, right? He would not shut the fuck up. So I was like, all right, bet, man. I said, shit, man. I said, you got me all excited, man. I said, okay. He was like, yeah, man, these girls keep texting me, man. They keep calling me and shit, telling me to come back, man. I had like threesomes last night and shit like that. He was bragging, right? He was talking all kinds of shit. So I was like, shit, man, let me see the text messages. Like, I want to see these girls trying to holler at you and shit. I'm trying to see what they bout. I said, shit, man, maybe you could hook me up, right? So I was like, he's like, nah, man. He said, I don't have the text messages on this phone. I said, all right, shit, man. Let me see what their Facebook look like. Let me see what these girls look like or something like that. I mean, you talking this shit, man. You gotta have pictures, right? Of your experience. You gotta have pictures. You gotta be able to show me something, right? He like, nah, man, I don't take no pictures, man. I'm not that kind of dude, man. I respect them. But yet and still, you coming to me talking this shit, bragging about how many Filipinas you've been with, bragging about having these threesomes and shit that you're talking about. But yet and still, you've yet to show me anything. So I say to you guys, like I say to everyone else, never listen to anyone who can't produce receipts. And I'm not talking about receipts from dinner. I'm not talking about receipts from your credit card. I'm not talking about any of that shit. I want you to be able to prove to me that you were doing all of this shit that you told me. Because apparently you want me to believe in you, right? You want me to believe in every single thing that you telling me. But yet and still, you can't prove to me that any of this shit ever happened. I am one to put you on the spot if you come bragging and boasting about shit that you really don't have to brag about. You don't need validation from me. You don't need validation from any other man. But if you're that type of person that needs to brag and feel like you're on top of the world, like you on top of everybody else, like everybody else is beneath you, I'm going to make you prove yourself. You're going to have to show them receipts. Because a lot of people talk all this shit about all the girls they've been with, all of the things they've done. Every girl, oh man, I was fucking this girl last night. Oh, I had this girl yesterday, man. She keep blowing me up. She keep texting me and shit. But yet and still, you won't show me no text messages. Yet and still, you won't, you won't show me no pictures. You won't even show me pictures of the girls. I mean, shit, it's just the Facebook, man. Let me see what the Facebook look like. I want to see what types of girls you supposedly having threesomes with. Because that's what you're talking about, right? And, me being in a situation that I am in my life, a lot of people will sometimes put you on the spot. Okay. When you make video, like when you do videos on YouTube and stuff like that, people want to make sure that you know your shit, right? So you may be put on the spot every now and again. And I always told myself, because I expect this from others, ever expected this from me, I have my receipts. Okay. Keep it 100, man. I'm going to make sure that I have my receipts. There are a lot of people, for example, guys, just an example. There are a lot of people who believe that I do not have my PhD or my doctorate degree. Now, I know that if I ever had to actually prove it and to validate it for people, I could if I needed to. And I'm not talking about just the diploma with my name on it from the university that I graduated from. No, 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 no. There was an article written in the fucking local newspaper about me being the first ever foreign student to graduate with a postgraduate degree in my school's history. Okay. This shit is on paper, bruh. Evidence, validation, and everything that I need. I call myself Dr. Mike because that's my name. That's the moniker that I use on YouTube. But I don't just call myself doctor because it sounds good. I call myself doctor because I actually earned my PhD. All right. And like I said, if I ever had to prove that, I have the receipts to show that. Matter of fact, there was a guy, and it was an old video. You guys will never find it, but if you feel like going through comment sections on old videos, all 400 of them, there was a guy who asked me that exact question at the end of a video, and he even put the link where he actually found the article at. So, I'm the type of person that if you're gonna come at me with some real shit, come at me with some real shit. I want you to prove yourself and show your receipts, because you don't have to brag or boast about any of these things. Hell, I would be more happy for you if you told me that you found the right one for you. You know what I'm saying? I said, you don't have to brag about that. You don't have to like fucking put that shit in front of my face as if it's supposed to impress me. Understand that I've been there, I've done that, and I'm happy for you for going through it. But if you're going to just keep talking, but you can't produce receipts, you can't show people that this actually happened. You can't show people that you've actually been through this. Then what the fuck are you talking for? Sometimes people just don't know when to shut the fuck up. Just my thought process tonight. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Can you guys share it in the story where you've heard a guy bragging about something that you found to be super outlandish, but couldn't prove that it ever happened? That's where we're going tonight. I want you guys to tell me a story, whether it be a story that you've heard, somebody you know personally, whatever it may be. I don't care if you saw it on the news or whatever. Share in a story that you've heard where a man seemed to be braggadocious about everything that was going on in his life. Like everything seemed to be so perfect, but yet and still behind the scenes, he was just blowing smoke up people's ass. All right. That's what we're working with tonight, guys. I appreciate you guys coming through tonight. I see my man, Mr. Wonderful, checking in from Hot Atlanta. Appreciate you coming through and showing love. My man, David Webb, as always, close to the top. Every time we come through, man, what's good with your family? Yeah, them Steelers put a ass kicking on my hometown team of Carolina Panthers. I can't really accept that victory, but I'm glad that they put a dusting on them because it is black and gold to the day I die. But for sure, don't know what a white woman at, but I'm glad that you're here. Jenny, how you doing, baby? I appreciate you coming through and showing some love to the good doctor today. My man Andy, what's good with your family? Good to see you in the building. My man HT, my brother from another, man. Appreciate you coming through, family. Good to see you in the building. My man Ozone, I see you, family. Fed Up says, been having my beauty sleep, and you woke me up. Hey, man, you could go back to sleep, fam. We just having a quick conversation, man. I do not wish to keep you guys long, but we definitely going to enjoy this one tonight. Never listen to anyone who can't produce receipts. Tell me some of the most outlandish stories you've ever heard about guys bragging about the Filipinas that they've been with or any type of girl that they've been with, because you have those types of people in the world today. Like, for what? Like, who are you trying to prove? Like, who are you trying to impress? I mean, that shit don't impress me. You ain't got the receipts, man. I ain't hearing that shit. Fed Up, I see you in the building, man. Much love to you. My man HT says this happens all the time. Half the people that be in some of these comment sections that think they're gurus on the same way. Yeah, they are, man. They all about the same. A lot of people want to believe that they have really cracked the code, and if they have, that's perfectly fine. I mean, it's not hard to crack the code, but once you get in your groove of things and you know what works for you and things like that, unless you're willing to go out on a limb and show people what you about, like you BTA, like you about that action, then I'm not trying to hear it. I'm telling you. Too many guys in the past, man. Too many guys recently. That's the thing, though. And it's not just one guy. I've heard like 3 different guys coming at me like, yeah, Dr. Mike, man, I've been in the Philippines for about 3 months, man. I done bagged like 20 girls and stuff, man. I've been with this chick and I've been with that chick. Hell, I even had this girl and her sister at my crib at one time, man. It was great. I'm like, okay. Let me see what you about, man. That's all I ever ask. If you about that action, let me see. Let me see what you about. But you never really get that from people, and I just found that to be highly, highly, highly um coincidental. You can't show me anything, but you have a lot of things to talk about. My man Tim H in the building. What's going on, family? Appreciate you coming through and showing some love. BK, as always, man, make sure you smoke one for me over there in your area. I would definitely appreciate that. My man Michael Booth in the building. What's going on, family? Appreciate you showing love. Everything is well here, my brother. Glad to see you in the building. The Wallace Life. Glad to see you guys here as well. Terry Edwards, what's good with your family? Always good to see you in the building. I think, Terry, I think I owe you a wrench, man. I think you've earned it. I need to give you one, man. My man Trusty's in the building. What's going on, man? Shit, who else we got here? Terry Edwards said you don't have to lie to kick it. That's what I'm saying, Terry. A lot of these guys feel like they have to, like they need some sort of validation. And that's the type of shit that I don't like. I don't like the types of people who need validation from somebody to make themselves feel good about themselves. I'm telling you, you would probably get more girls if you learn to shut the fuck up. But you feel like you have to brag and all of this, that, and the other. And heaven forbid you actually do get proof. Because then you're going to show every single person the type of girl that you with, and you're going to basically make this girl look bad in some kind of light, because you have to prove to other people that you are the boss. So like, oh, you the Mac, you everything, you the biggest pimp that the Philippines has ever seen, right? But most of these guys do lie to kick it, man. And I get too much of that shit every day, man. And it's kind of sad. And that's what I want my guys to understand, man. If you're getting it like you supposed to, you really ain't got to talk about it. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you getting it, I would prefer you not talk about it. I would prefer you not bring it up at all. If you're sharing stories with your boys and stuff, be real about it. Be realistic about it in your approach. Don't tell people that you slept with 5 girls in one day, or you had like a quadruple some or some shit like that. Because ain't nobody go believe that shit. And again, I'm the type of person that if you're going to put that type of story out there, you're going to put that type of energy out there. I'm going to make you prove it. If you can't prove it, then I no longer want to fuck with you, because I don't need you to lie to kick it. You feel me? So yeah, everybody's got a story, man. That's the greatest thing I've ever heard. BK says, I know a story. It was never ending. I love the never ending story. That's what's my man Trusty says, wow, a guy claims a PhD in the Philippines. Turn out he doesn't. Yeah, if I don't have it, man, then you can shit on everything that I've ever told you. I'm just saying. I mean, I would never lie to kick it with nobody. I'm saying though, and the funny thing is, why would I lie about that? Like, that would be the dumbest thing to lie about, because I could just say, hey, my name is Mike. I mean, even if I said, I would have came out and said, oh, this is just a moniker because I feel like I'm a therapist or some shit, if it wasn't for real. But you know, some people just feel like they got a lie to kick it, man, and it is a damn shame. It truly is. But yeah, I think I would be embarrassed, and I would probably turn myself away. I'd probably stop my channel if I couldn't prove that this shit was actually legit. My man HT says, my receipts are, check out my channel and you'll see that I'm living what I say. Yeah. I see my man. Hey, I see Rain Man in the building. What's going on with your family? I appreciate you guys coming through and showing some love. Stop calling me Milked Up Road Bus, man. You gotta let that go. See, eyes on. See, by eyes on, let me keep it 100 with you, my brother. You haven't really bragged about anything where you are required to show receipts. You just said, I'm dating a nice young lady from so and so. I mean, fuck, anybody could, be dating a nice young lady. So that's respectable. But when you come out of pocket telling me that you had threesomes with like 5 girls last night or some shit, knowing the numbers don't add up. I know a dude told me one time he had a threesome with 5 girls. I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? I said, you didn't go to school. You didn't go to school for mathematics, did you? You don't know basic addition, because he said he had a threesome with 5 chicks last night. Thought that was the craziest thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. But like I said, a lot of people got a lot to kick it, man. And I don't feel like that is necessary. My man Cam Y wants to know what the conversation is about. Never listen to anyone who can't produce receipts. There's a lot of guys out here that want to brag and boast about all the women they've been with, everything that they've done in their life. You see it on Instagram. You see it on all this stuff. Everybody wants you to believe that their life is so damn great. but yet and still never believe them unless they can produce receipts. I told the story about a guy who told me he was sleeping with a bunch of girls that, all these girls were wanting him and sending them text messages talking about getting with him. Then I asked him to show me the text messages. I asked him to show me some pictures and he can't prove it. Basically, my man had a lot to kick it to actually be able to, like he felt like he had a lot to kick it. And I just never talked to him again. You ain't got to lie to kick it. You do not have to lie. You don't need no validation from Dr. Mike TV. You don't need no validation from anybody. You keep your shit together and you do what you do. But a couple of guys feel like they need to go above and beyond. They feel like they got to outdo the next person. Let's say, for example, a guy says, yeah, man, I had this girl last night, man. She was doing this for me. She was doing that for me. You feel like there's the other guy next to him saying, oh, word, that girl did that for you. Well, this girl that I was with did this for me. She did that for me, right? Then the next guy, oh, man, you think that that's something, man. This girl did this for me. She did that for me. And so on and so forth, man. And it feels like there's a lot of lying going on that's unnecessary, It's kind of where we are right now. My man, Fred Funky Time, what's good with you, fam? Nah, Cam, while we ain't talking about no retail receipts, fam. I see y'all in the building. My man Andy says I brag about the girls I get and lose some afterwards from being talking too much. My girl is a godsend and I never want to lose it. Tell you, man, the best thing you could do is shut the fuck up. That's what I tell people, man. The best thing that you can do in life is to learn to be quiet. Keep your mouth shut about the girls that you are with. Because I'm telling you, the more you talk, the more you lose. And that's not just you, Andy, man. That's everybody, bruh. I've known guys who have talked themselves out of situations with young ladies because they just didn't know when enough was enough. They already had the girl. I mean, I could tell you right now, specifically, there was a young lady that was talking to a friend of mine. Actually, I introduced them. And so I was on the phone. Not on the phone with her, but I was like, we were together, like all together and shit. And I was like, whatever happened between you and so and so, my friend? And she was like, well, I liked him. I thought he was cute, but for me, he just talked too much. And I was like, what do you mean he talked too much? She's like, he just never shut up. He never let me talk. He never let me say anything about myself. He never really got to know me. He just talked too much. And then I went to go tell him how it all happened. And I mean, once you once it's past that part, there ain't no coming back. Once a woman has made up her mind, it's almost hard to change it. So kind of what we do. Jenny says, no need to prove or show off to anybody. Don't bother to people. Say whatever they say, what they want to say. Oh, yeah, man. There's a lot of people who talk a lot, but can't prove shit. But I love it, man. I love it because when I put them on the spot to prove it, nobody can do it. My man Terry says, I work with a guy who brags about having a lot of expensive cars, but never drove any any of them. Every time you saw him, he was in an old truck. Oh, man, that's even worse, man. Yeah, man, I got this Aston Martin, I got this Bentley, I got this XL5, whatever it may be. But you driving this shitty truck? Yeah, that's the type of person you need to put on the spot. Facts. My man Lee Smith's in the building. What's going on with your family? Appreciate you coming through and showing some love to the good doctor today. All right, BK, I'm gonna hold you to it, man. Make sure you roll one for your boy. Yeah, Terry, you've earned your wrench, my brother. I'm gonna get you one, man. Just let me get this live stream over. I need you to comment on a video, man. And I don't care what video it is. If I'm gonna look for you, but if you haven't commented, I can't give you a wrench, bro. My man, World Traveler, Mike Check 1202. What's good with your family? Appreciate you coming through. Who else we got here? Cam says it doesn't matter how many chicks you have, but how many dollars you have in your bank account. That's true, but there are a lot of guys in the Philippines that brag about having money, but yet and still they won't prove those receipts either. And there's no reason for them to have to, because I wouldn't want anybody trying to look into my accounts. Shit, that's like my money, so it's private. But then again, you keep coming at me talking about how much money you have. You're gonna have to prove it one way or another. You feel me? And in the Philippines, that's the last place you need to brag about having money, because if you're trying to die or get robbed or get fucked up, you might want to keep that conversation to yourself. Fed Up says, have been a born again virgin for six years ago. Yeah, I was a born again virgin last night, man. I'm 24 hours born again virgin. 24 hours. I'm not sure how long it's gonna last, Fed Up, but I'm working on it, man. It's just struggle being celibate. Oh man, David, I can't stand a brother who sells me wolf tickets either, man, because it's a damn shame. You don't have to prove shit to me. But there is a lot of people who keep coming with that nonsense. We've all told C stories, very true. But when it becomes outlandish and braggadocious to a point, that's when you have to start asking for proof. That's where we at. Dr. Mike, I don't have receipts. I'm a broke guy living on a 500 a month budget. You know what, world traveler Mike? If I believe that, I mean, is this a game of true or false? Because I can definitely answer that question for you. Izone says telling anyone you had a threesome makes you look like a whore. Yeah, you would think so, right? But these guys believe that it makes them look good in the eyes of others, and I've never understood people who do stuff like that. I never understood anybody look. Lee Smith says that's an oxymoron. Threesomes with 5 women. I think my man did go to school for math, man. I'm telling you, my man said I had a threesome with 5 chicks last night. I swear, that's exactly how he said it, and I loved it. It was the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. HT, man, get rid of those Jollibee receipts, my brother, man. They ain't gonna do you no good. They just gonna make you reminisce on all the money you spent. I'm telling you, you should be a stakeholder in Jollibee by now, man. Damn. HT talk about the one-up syndrome. That's why I don't believe anybody. You can't believe anybody nowadays because people don't know what. Because people always want to try to do better than the next, man. And I love it because it's funny. Like low key, I don't participate, but you gotta be there to hear the stories that they tell because you're gonna be like, you mean to tell me you made it out of a gunfight with a knife? You know, stories as dramatic as that, man. It's just the greatest thing on God's green earth. And I wish I could record it, but I'm just too lazy to pull my phone out and I really don't care. Andy, you'll be all right, man. We all need to learn to shut up sometimes. Hi, Liz. Always best in attendance whenever I get you in the building. She's like number 7. Hey, what's going on, everybody, man? It seems like we getting slow on them likes playing. Make sure you guys get the likes up. Dr. Mike would highly appreciate that. Of course, if you want to support the channel, you know how to do so. You know how to get to the ebooks. You already know how to support the IPA if you want to get your very own shirts. But of course, the good doctor is happy that you come through and spend just a little bit of your time with him this particular evening. Just having some fun, man, chopping it up. Nothing too dramatic tonight. I'm definitely going to probably put together another live tomorrow night, one that would be a little bit more tantalizing and interesting for mine in the chat, even though I pretty much know the answer to the question. I'm just not going to ask it yet. All right. My man BK says I'm commenting on here on the live stream. Does that not count, Dr. Mike? You mean comment for what? No. If you're talking about for wrenches and stuff like that, I can only do it when people comment on videos. If you comment on videos, then next to your name in the community section where I read comments, I can click that flag and I can give the people who need wrenches. I can't do that now. My man Agnostic Adam in the building coming through with that chuckle. I always love you, man. Good to see you, man. But I'm telling you, man, we're just talking about never listen to anyone who can't produce receipts. Not retail receipts, not receipts from the restaurant, not receipts from the movie you went to last night, not credit card receipts, none of those receipts. We're talking about people who can't prove that they've done things that they forever say that they have done. All right? Can't fuck with that. All right. Hey, my man Michael Smith in the building. What's going on with you, fam? Yo, Agnostic Adams, I love your avatar, bro, by the way, because that avatar looks like that dude that was in my favorite scary movie. I just can't remember what it is. Agnostics Adams, you're broke, man. I think we all broke in this bitch. we all need problems. We all ain't got no money, so it's all good. My man Trent Knight, what's going on, man? He says, oh, my boy Dr. Mike and the guys always be Tillo talking about what they did, but lots of ladies ain't did nothing. They mostly paying for the kitty cat because real men can't talk about what can't talk about that only boys do. True, man. I'm telling you, a lot of people don't know this, man. But I'll keep it real with you. The less you say, the more you get. And I'm living proof. I'll tell you that right now. Living proof. The less you say, the more you'll probably get. A girl don't want to be with no guy who's gonna just spread the fact that they were together this time, that, and the other, and all that shit. And speaking of which, let me bring something to the chat real quick. Because we've had a conversation, we've had a tug of war as of late about and I hate this isn't off topic, but this is kind of shifting into something else. But I have a friend, and everything that he's done, he's proven to me. He's shown receipts, and so he has no reason to lie to me, and I've seen it for myself. But my man, he's not rich. He's not rich at all, at all. I think he's a pretty good looking dude, no homo. Pause if I have to put a pause on that. He goes to the gym, he works out, he's a pretty buff dude. And you know, he was really like when we were having our time in the Philippines, man. He was really getting with girls, and the girls that he was getting with, they had money. They had like money, like family money, like old money. And we were having a conversation last night. Not last night, guys. I mean, but in the chat, we come across those that be like, oh, the foreigner can't really get with the upper echelon. They can't get with the women that have money because we always have to settle for the what do you call it? Not the low hanging fruit. I'm not gonna say that we have to settle for the low hanging fruit, but we gotta settle for like everyone but them. But he was able to accomplish something that, personally, somebody such as myself and probably many of us in the chat probably would have a hard time doing. So, kind of wondering how the fuck was that? I mean, I think if my man, if Oahu dude was here, he did bring up a good point one time when he said you either have to have money or you have to have good looks, and I guess his good looks is what got him in the door. Didn't think that that would even be possible, but he was killing it. He was knocking them down, and I'm like, how the fuck did you do this? But I just had to say that, guys. Don't know why I said that. I know that was off topic, but we did have that conversation, and it was a back and forth because we were all saying that there's no way that we as foreigners could crack the upper echelon. And I mean, he didn't come from a rich family or anything like that. Didn't really have much to offer the girl, I should say, from a money standpoint. And I'm not saying he was broke. I would not say that, but he just didn't have money like that. But she was like head over heels for this man. But in reference to what we were talking about, to tie it all in together about being quiet, she told him straight up, like, look, nobody can know about our relationship. Nobody can know that we're hooking up. And as long as you do that, we'll be good. We can do this anytime you want to. We can, do whatever you want to when you want to. Just let me know and we'll handle it. I'll pick you up. She had a car, everything. So he was in a situation where he could have this girl anytime he wanted to, basically, as long as he kept quiet. As I said earlier before, the less you talk, the more you get. Some people don't believe that, but I promise you, all of this braggadocious feeling like you got to prove yourself to other people, validate yourself to other people, make you look more desperate than like a Mac or a pimp or whatever you're trying to accomplish with what you're trying to do. So I just wanted to get my thoughts out on that one. I don't know. I'm gonna hear what you guys got to say about it when I scroll down. Liz, in Sorry Story Stores, we don't have receipts, dear. We just sell shit and it goes. Jenny says her receipts are remittance receipts. Ah, shit. World Traveler, stop with that team BGC. You can't be broke in BGC. You know what's up. Shout out Team Davao on this bitch. What's going on with my people? World Traveler, I hope you do make it to Davao very soon, man. I hope you do get a chance to make it out here. Trent says, my boy Dr. Mike, compensation run the nation, money just take care of the application for real. All right, man, you called me on that one, man. HT said there's nothing wrong with the low-hanging fruit if that's the kind of fruit you like. No, I mean, I've never said there was anything wrong with the low-hanging fruit. Of course, Dr. Mike ain't got nothing against it. If that's your prerogative, you're gonna do what you want to do. But in my homeboy situation, it was just weird though, because we talked all this stuff about how foreigners would never get that, but he's kind of proven to be the one of very few that have cracked it to that top, to that the upper echelon. And I was just impressed. And I mean, this girl was not ugly. She was very pretty. She kept herself in pretty good shape. I mean, like I said, baby girl came from a very good family, and she was in a situation with another guy that came from a well-off family. But she said, as long as you keep quiet about this, as long as you don't talk about it, we can continue to do this. And I'm like, damn, is that real? And I guess it was. My man John Jones in the building. What's going on, John Jones? I appreciate you coming through, showing some love to the good doctor today. I see we got about 29 individuals watching. I know this isn't my normal topic, but I just wanted to chop it up and shoot the shit with my people today. I'm glad that you guys come through. When you come through, whether you're coming in, whether you are leaving, by all means, please make sure you get the likes up on the video. Please make sure you do your best to support the IPA. If you guys want to get your very own shirts, by all means, please look at the link in the description area below. If you want to donate to the investment fund, you already know how to do so. But of course, the good doctor is happy that you come through and spend just a little bit of your time with him today. Haven't been on live for a couple of days, man. I was missing y'all, man. I was itching. You know how you get that crackhead heroin itch. I was itching to get back on, man, and I just felt like this topic was the one that was fresh in my mind because all of this situation happened within the last couple of days. I had a bunch of guys trying to basically outdo each other with the conversation of the women that they were with. And you know what makes it even worse? You know what makes this whole conversation even worse? These guys were talking about their conquest in front of other women, as in they were sitting with their woman right next to them, or at least the lady that was with them at that particular time, right next to them, whether they understood English or not. These guys were sitting with the woman right next to them, and there was another guy with his woman next to him, and they were having conversations about all of the women that they bagged. Okay. Now, I can tell you right now, most Filipinos speak very, very good English. Some of them speak mediocre English, but I promise you this, I know a girl who could speak no English could probably make out what you guys were talking about. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that these women were not happy with the results of these guys talking about their conquest with other women. And it's just a silly, silly, silly shame that I have to say this because it's like high school, man. It's like we're back in fucking high school where everybody feels like they gotta outdo each other. You can almost sit here and say that the Philippine vlogging community, whatever it may be, it's like high school, man. You got a clique, you stick with your clique, and that's it. But then in your clique, you feel like you have to be the best one in your clique. You know, you have the hierarchy. You have the one that's the leader. Then you got your followers, your little minions and shit. All right. People who do things for you. Like if you have somebody that you send on a mission to go troll somebody, that's what you do. And it's like high school. I mean, showing these receipts and shit is like, you know, it's ridiculous. But you have those that brag continuously. You know, then they feel like they have to be the better of everybody else. And I just felt like that was something that really caught my attention within the last couple of days. And I just wanted to bring it to the table like I always do. You know, Dr. Mike has to bring this to the table. And I was just having a conversation with y'all. I think what? My man Lee Smith says character speaks for itself, no need for advertisement. But I feel like the ones that advertise definitely hurt themselves way, 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 way down the line, and definitely in the end. HT, yeah, your music videos are bragging, but you'll be all right, man. My man Terry Edwards says the low-hanging fruit is easy to reach if you need to stop the hunger at the moment. Very true. So I will not sit there and act like there is no use for the low-hanging fruit. I will never say that there is no use for the low-hanging fruit. All right. I think every woman on God's green earth has, how can I say this? They all have purpose. Every single last one of them. All right. My man Smooth Riffs in the building. What's going on with your family? Appreciate you showing some love to the good doctor today. He says, what's good, fam? What are we discussing? We're talking about guys who brag about stuff that's unnecessary. You know, you can never listen to anyone who can't produce receipts. A lot of guys like to talk about all of the things that they've done in their life. They like to talk about all of the Filipinas they've been with, this, that, the other, XYZ. But yet and still, when you ask them to prove, like text messages, pictures, or whatever it may be, they don't have it when you need it. You feel me? They could talk about it like it's nothing. They can share on their stories, but when you need proof, they can't do it. So it's about guys trying to seek validation for shit that they haven't done personally. Like they really haven't done it. So they really ain't BTA. They're really not about that action. They're not about what they say. Bro Traveler says, Dr. Mike, it is very common to have a side piece in the Philippines. It is not spoken, but normal. Touche. Again, like I said, man, I'm telling you, the less you talk about the more you get. All right. And again, like you said, it's something that is not spoken, but it's normal. So I'm not, so will we say that it is acceptable? I mean, it's a normal thing, but is it acceptable? That's the best way to get that one. Liz says, "Don't English me. I'm not school. My English one sack only." See, Liz, stop playing, man. You know that's funny. You know damn well you know how to speak great English, but that's funny to me. Eyes on says, "I want to hear Liz sing Stephanie Mills song Feel the Fire." You might need to ask her to make a video about that one. But Liz, you have lost your mind. Hey Angel, how are you? I'm hoping that you're doing well today. Michael Smith, my man, says, he said, my girl asked me about other Filipinas I have seen when I was, oh, when you first met her. He said, I shut my mouth. I told her, I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm here with you, no one else. And that was the end of it. That is the best way to do it, bruh. I'm telling you, don't bring up anything about past relationships at all. Just shut up, nigga. No girl existed before you got with your young lady right now. I promise you, that is the way that you need to live your life. You need to play dumb as hell. Do not answer your females questions about past relationships, because they'll be like, oh, I know you were dating this girl, or I seen or heard about you with this girl. You know, what was it like with her, or why did you guys break up? Your best bet is to answer exactly like Michael said, man. I'm only here with you. I'm here with you only, and you better dead that shit quick. I'm telling you, because the more I've seen guys talk about past relationships and all these girls they were bagging in front of other girls, I'm like, dude, do you not know what you're doing to yourself right now? You're, instead of making yourself look good, you're more so making yourself look bad. And you're giving yourself a bad reputation and a bad name in the Philippines. I mean, I can understand a lot of guys not caring about that. You mean, oh, it's just Filipinas, who cares, whatnot. But then again, I mean, some people do like to present themselves in a better way than just being some type of man whore or some shit like that. So I can't do that. It is fed up. Exactly. It was the biggest sign of disrespect I've ever seen in my life when you talk about other girls in front of your lady, whether whether you believe they understand what you are talking about or not. It's just blatant disrespect, man. And that was really that's kind of what really pushed me to do this one, because I was more so offended for them, because I mean, you shouldn't do shit like that in front of other girls, man. I mean, come on. And that's not just Filipinas, man. You shouldn't talk about past relationships or girls you hooked up with in front of your girl or in front of the girl that you with. As far as I'm concerned, no girl existed before you got with the girl you are with now. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You better draw blanks when people start asking about past shit, because past shit don't mean shit. I'm telling you. Whenever these women start questioning you about past relationships, you better act like you are the dumbest motherfucker alive, and act like you don't even know what the hell you talk about. What you talk about past girlfriends? I never had a girlfriend before you. I never dated anybody or talked to any girl before you. Yeah, she knows you're lying, but she will accept it. I guarantee you. She will accept it, because she's basically making a point to ask the question, giving you a chance to say it, and you're choosing to take the high road and not mention that any girl existed before her. That makes her feel a whole lot better than you actually being honest about girls you slept with in the past. I felt like that was just too much for me. Oh yeah, man. Filipinos love to sing, man. That karaoke is life in the Philippines, guys. It is. Some people claim to sing, but again, never listen to anyone who can't produce receipts. If they can't prove that they can sing, then you might want to leave that one alone. And even if they get on the mic, they probably still can't sing. But you have to accept it for what it is. My man HT says, from my experience, the Filipino women are not very smart when it comes to educational things, but common sense and street smarts, they are pretty savvy. Touche. That one I can agree with. All right, agree with 100%. They understand. They know when they being talked about. That's the funny thing. Whether they have great English, me no understand no English, whatever it may be, they understand enough to know when there's something being said that they ain't gonna like. Agnostic Adam says, I'm not bragging, but I'm about to smash some shrimp tacos. Hey, man, that shit sound good about now, man. I should go get me some shrimp tacos. Oh, yeah, in the Philippines, I don't know where they have shrimp tacos, bruh. I might have to make my own. But I had some fish tacos before that were pretty dope. They have a restaurant here that sells them. I thought that was pretty good. Yo, my man, Anti-Gravity, what's good with your family? Appreciate you showing some love, man. He said, what's up, Dr. Mike, Dr. Franz Joseph? Man, I'm not doing this with you today, Anti. You killing me, bro. I'll just stick with Dr. Mike. Appreciate you coming through. My man, Christopher from Texas, my brother, what's going on, man? It's been a minute. Glad to see you back in the building, man. I'm telling you, Christopher, I need them receipts for everything too, man. You're going to have to prove yourself to me, man. I can't just take your word for it anymore. She says, yes, don't make the ex a hero or your head will roll. Touche, Liz. That is very true. Do not bring up your ex. Your ex don't exist. But a lot of people don't get that point. A lot of guys do not understand that you shouldn't be talking about. Hands down, hands down. Let me tell you guys the story real quick. All of my day ones, only my day ones will know about this one. And then of course people who are on Patreon. I did a video a long time ago. You had to really be down with me. This was like 300 videos ago. This is probably like video 100. This video was no longer on YouTube. But let me tell you a story. I did a video, and it was a video response to somebody else's video. He's another YouTuber, and I was just drawing a opinion based off of me watching the video. And then I saw in the video that he had mentioned a past relationship with the young lady that he had before. And I paused the video and I said, look at this girl's face. The girl sitting next to him. I said, look at her face. She does not look like she is in the mood to hear about your past relationship. She's not interested in hearing about your ex. You are the now. She is the now, and she no longer wants to hear about the ex. But he went on and on about the ex, how they had this relationship for so long and how it made him grow as a person, blah, blah, blah. So basically what you're telling her is this woman is the reason why you are the way that you are now. So where is my place in your life right now? It seems like you're so caught and sprung off of this old snatch. Where do I fit in with this whole situation? And that's what was going on. And he got mad at me for that. This dude, he got pissed off at me. And let me tell you what happened. He sent me let me take this back. He wasn't mad, but he emailed me and asked me to take the video down. He emailed me and asked me to take the video down. So I did. I didn't want to. The video had nothing to do with disrespect to him or anything like that. But I had to point out some serious shit to him. And because of that, I ended up having to take the video down. But again, you will only know about that particular video if you've been around since like 50 subscribers or 100 subscribers, because that video no longer exists on YouTube. But it does exist on Patreon for sure. My man, Smooth Riff says, I never had a Filipina yet, but I do really want one. Trust me, man, you'll have a good time, man. You'll definitely find the one that's for you. Just come out here and hang out for a couple of days, man. Dr. Mike can introduce you to a couple, man. I promise you. Got a couple that you might be interested in, man. World traveler, never speak about another woman in front of your lady. She will cut your nuts off. Yes. And Filipinas, I don't care what they say. They some crazy women, man. They will do some shit like that. They may hold a knife to your nuts. They may not cut them off, but they'll definitely threaten that shit. They will threaten it. I made a video about that too. Why do Filipinas always threaten to cut your dick off? People thought I was crazy, but they do. They do that. My man, Mr. Wonderful, said he just got off of work. Where to think Filipinas at? I seen a couple of them today, man. Seen quite a few of them today. But you don't pull the camera out for that. Got to keep that one to myself. HT said, you got some guys that say they hooked up with hundreds of girls in 100 minutes. Oh, yeah, man. They all over the place, man. Izon says, nah, I do brag about my cooking. The proof is in my Facebook page. Hey, man, they're not wrong about bragging about that. That's something you're supposed to brag about. Michael Smith says, if a guy gets if a guy gets himself classified as a butterfly, he will get no play phone, no play from other Filipinas once she finds out about that. So do not get yourself classified as a butterfly. Oh yes, Michael Smith, he bring up a great point, my brother. If any girl knows that any girl that you're trying to talk to knows that you're a frequenter or a frequent individual at these club spots or a frequent individual at these bars, they won't fuck with you. No normal girl will mess with you. You can have all the bar girls you want, but no real woman would ever fuck with you. I mean, especially if they know. That's what I'm talking about. If they know about it and there's proof because they seen it, or they homegirl saw you hanging out with this girl, or saw you walking around the mall holding hands with this girl that look a certain kind of way, you're gonna get that label, and you're just gonna have to deal with it, man. You're just gonna have to deal with it. My man Alan Martin, what's going on with you, fam? He says I am a butterfly, and I tell them so. Don't care what they think about me. Keep it real and keep it moving. Like I said, man, if that's you, bro, do you. Nobody's mad at you for doing that. But it's just when you try to talk to other women outside of the butterfly ring, it'll be a little bit more difficult. That's what I will say. Damn, Rain, man, you got me hungry, bro. Fed up, man. You fucking dog. No, stop. Yes, fish tacos, man. It was made of creme dory. I think it was dory fish. Actual fish tacos, not the fish. See, yeah, your mind is definitely in the gutter. See, you fucking me up, man. Hey, world traveler, stop. See, no, that is not what I mean by fish tacos. I actually meant real fish tacos. See, that's why I can't fuck with y'all, man, because y'all always be putting words in my mouth trying to make me look bad. People, goddamn, man, can't do nothing around y'all. I can't say nothing around y'all. Izon says, hell, my ex got mad just because I named my youngest daughter after an ex girlfriend of mine. Izon, what the fuck were you thinking, bruh? Time out, bruh. Stop. I gotta do an O'Shea and stop the show on this one. My man says his ex got mad at you because you named your youngest daughter after an ex girlfriend of yours. First of all, how did she know that your daughter's name was your ex-girlfriend's name unless you told her? Mistake number one. If you had to tell her that, oh, that's a mistake, bro. That's something you should have kept to yourself, man. You should have never asked where that girl name came from. But hey, man, we all pick our poison, man. We all pick our poison. And I would have just chose to stay. I would not touch that shit from with a 10-foot pole, bro. You got a lot more balls than me. HT6 says the moral of the story is of tonight's live feed is keep bragging until you're broke or can't prove it. Touche. Like I said, man, until it comes to the point where you actually gotta prove it, keep bragging and keep popping off in the mouth. But Dr. Mike gonna make you prove it, man. You can't do that shit over here no more. Cause I want receipts, bitches. Don't just tell me you about that life and you ain't about it. Fake it till you make it. True that. Yeah, that's the only way it's gonna work. Or you can fake it until somebody call you out on it. And the once you get to that point, I don't know. I don't know where it goes from there. He says Filipino women act just like black women when they get mad. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I see that. Liz, you are on one tonight. You gonna cut my wings off? That's pretty funny though. You got the clippers, you gonna cut the wings off. Touche. Terry says, I don't think it matters the woman's race. If she is scorned, they can all be cold and heartless. I agree. I agree with that one too. She said, yes, I told her. Eyes on, man, you fucked up, bro. I'm sorry. You should have never said that. You should have never even. I told you, man. Why did she ask you where your baby girl's name came from? You should have never bro. You should have just kept that one to yourself, bro. Should have kept that one to yourself. As our gravity says, if a woman threatens my balls, I'm done. I'm gonna break up with her and never speak to her again. Hey man, sometimes it's just an idle threat, but when you start seeing them looking at scissors and knives a certain kind of way, you might want to go ahead and just call that number. You might want to pull that card and say, I'm getting the fuck up out. Yeah, you might want to run away, and hopefully she never knows where you are from or where you are staying at this particular moment in time. It is in your best interest to get rid of them if they threaten the nuts, man. That's one thing. You don't look. You can cut me anywhere anywhere you want to, but if you go for my manhood, I have to call it. I have to let it go. I have to let that one go. Y'all over here making me hungry, man. Curry goat shit, man. I hope you guys enjoyed my video earlier today, man. Booty Loo, bro. That was the best Booty Loo I had in a long time, man. It was big as hell, man. For only $3, me and my girl killed that Booty-loo earlier, aka Bulalo or Bulalu. That's what they call it. It's called Bulalu. But that shit was good earlier, man. And that lechon kuali, that fried shit, that was some good stuff, man. That was some good shit. Oh, Jeffrey G, my girl. Hey, every girl that you know what? it's, I tell you right now, guys. Every girl that I met until I got with who I was with, I was a virgin. I tell you right now, I was cause here's the thing. Here's what, guys, I want you to take notes on this, okay? Because a lot of y'all may think I'm crazy when I say this, but I want you to take notes on this, okay? Please, please. If you're listening, press 1. If you're listening, I need, because I know you guys are having a chat amongst yourselves. But if you guys are paying attention to me right now, I need you to press 1. I need a lot of ones in the chat so that I can go ahead and tell you guys a real secret that I have learned to be extremely true in my life, and I think that it could work for you in your life. So again, I need everybody's full attention. I need ones, guys. I need ones. I need to know that everybody's paying attention right now. I'm gonna tell you guys some real shit real quick. This is Dr. Mike's full-blown synopsis of things, and this is something that I need you guys to understand, okay? All right, I see I got enough ones, okay? Now, some guys may know this, some guys may not, okay? But here's what I've learned in my whole entire life being in the Philippines, okay? If you really want to get with a girl, one trick that I've always learned that works, and this may not work for everybody, but this has always worked for me, okay? Tell a girl, Filipina, tell her that she would be the first Filipina that you have ever been with. And I'm gonna tell you why. For some reason, I've always learned that these girls like to be the first. They don't want to be the second, third, or fourth. Every girl wants to be number 1. So if you tell a girl that she would be the first Filipina that you've ever been with, I guarantee you increase your chances of actually getting with that girl. Whether you believe it or not, I'm telling you, that has always been a great tool. I've always kept that one. It ain't even a secret. I'm not gonna say, but I've always kept that one in my shed. Because a girl will always ask, "Oh, have you ever been with any Filipina before?" I said, "No, you would be my first." That's what I tell them. I'm telling you, you may think I'm bullshitting. And I'm telling you, I wanted to stop showing that because I want to hear what you guys think about that one. That's why I wanted to make sure everybody was paying attention. If you ever tell a Filipina that she would be the first Filipina that you have ever been with, you increase your chances of actually getting with that girl, whether you believe it or not. I said it's not a secret. I never said it was a secret, but I said that this is something that has always worked for me. But the reason that I wanted to have everybody's attention is because I wanted to get the responses based off of this particular question. No, first Filipina. I mean, if you want to stretch it and say you're a virgin, that's a stretch. But if you ever tell that Filipina that Filipina would be the first one that you have ever been with, I guarantee you increase your chances. I'm not gonna say you're gonna smash, but I tell you increase your chances. You think I'm joking? Think I'm joking? Try it. Try it. Because a Filipino will ask you one question, and this is a question, I promise you, this question comes up a lot. Filipinos love to ask men how many Filipinas that they were with before they met them. It's just a common question because they always expect foreigners to be man whores. They always expect this, that, and the other. They expect foreigners to be with other women before them. But I promise you, if you tell them that you would be my first ever Filipina, I promise you. I promise you that shit works, man. You think I'm joking. Try it. If you've never tried it, try it. Try it. Just try it. Just try it. Just throw caution to the wind and throw that out there if the question comes up. I wouldn't say just volunteer that information. Don't volunteer the information. But I'm telling you, if they ask the question, how many Filipinos you were with before me, answer the question, you would be my first. Guaranteed. Not a virgin. Don't tell her you're a virgin. That if she believe that shit, then she dumb as hell. And I'm not saying that she's dumb because she's Filipina. I'm just saying she's just dumb if she believes that you're a virgin. But if you tell her that you are the first Filipina that I've ever been with, or you would be the first one that I would ever try, something to that effect, I guarantee you that'll work. Every Filipina asked that question. Every Filipina asked that question. And it's always worked. I never said it was a secret, Rain Man, but it's always worked. It's always worked. She said, if you're wearing flip flops and shorts, she'll never believe you. Nah, you too much in the culture for that one. Tomorrow's another number one. I'm telling you, man. Terry, you said you got the question too, man. That question comes up quite often. Like I said, eyes on. Never tell them you're a virgin. That's stupid. But to tell her that you would be the first Filipina that I would ever try increases your chances highly. Because every girl wants to be number one. Tell me what girl doesn't want to be number one. Tell me what girl never doesn't want to be number one. That's all I'm saying. Throw caution to the wind, man. Even Liz. See, Liz, you asked the question too. So this is a common question asked by Filipinas. You're always going to have a couple of standardized questions that you are likely to get from Filipinas. That's one of them. And that's how you answer that question. Promise you. Now, of course, I'm telling you right now, of course, there is a high percentage chance she's not going to believe you, okay? I will say that. It may take some convincing, but, you know, she'll be like, you're so bolero, you're so bullshit, I don't believe you, you're so sinungaling. If a girl ever tells you sinungaling, that means you're lying. If she ever tells you that, tell her, no, I'm telling the truth. You know, you would be the first Filipina that I would ever try. You say it enough times, they'll believe it. I'm not going to hell for this one. I'm just giving you guys actually, I might go to hell for that one. But I'm saying that shit is actually facts. Tell me if I'm lying, I'm lying, man. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I ain't got wings. Liz done cut them off. But I'm telling you, if I'm lying, I'm flying. But the shit works. Don't play me. Captain Spalding said he don't know. Hey, man, I'm telling you, have you ever tried it? That's my question. If you've never tried it, don't knock it till you actually try it. Now, you have to be convincing as hell. You have to be convincing as hell. You're not just going to get it by just saying it. I'm just letting you know. Deadly Miss, what's going on, family? Appreciate you coming through and showing some love to the good doctor today. I see we got 30 individuals watching. Guys, make sure you get the likes up on this video on your way in or on your way out. Dr. Mike would highly appreciate that one. Lee Smith, thank you, my brother. He said it's true in my case. See, I'm not the only one who's tried this and it's been successful. Shit, come on. There's got to be more, man. We can't be the only two that this has actually worked in. My man Tony Towers, what's going on, man? Catalunya, are you in Catalunya Grande there in Davao City? That's what's up, man. I'm shouting you out. Michael Smith says, as long as you have no kids that show up that are part Filipino. Yeah, you'll believe. Yeah, if you have part Filipino kids, it won't work then. But I'm just saying that if you really want to increase your chances to that, cop to it. Yeah, you're not technically lying if you say the first one today or the first one this week. I know it's a going to hell moment for myself, but I'm telling you, in my past, it's not a tactic or a trick or a strategy. I don't know what to call it, but that is something that has worked for me in the past. I don't need to use that type of shit anymore. I never actually brung that up with my own current relationship. I mean, it never came up like that because hell, I think she'd know I'm lying. But I'm just saying, though, these are things that I have known in the past that have created successful moments for myself and others. It looks like I don't want to be the only one now. I'm not selling wolf tickets either, man. I'm not selling wolf tickets. Liz says, you are the number one in Davao. You are the number one in Cebu, the number one in Manila. Exactly, Liz. There's always a number one. You'll always be my first. I tell them, you'll always be my first. Do they believe me? I don't know, man. I'm just talking out the side of my ass. But back then, I had my own shit, guys. I had my own way of doing things, and that was one of the things that have always worked for myself. I don't know if it will work for you, but it's always worked for me. Now, I'm trying to produce the receipts here by getting your I'm not gonna say your validation, but if you tried it and have been successful with that particular tactic, I need y'all to let me know, because that's gonna be my proof for this particular thought process that I have. Okay, just saying. Lee Smith says, my girl doesn't want me to talk to any other Filipina. Exactly. So tell her you are the only girl that I have ever talked to since I've been in the Philippines. I've chatted with a couple, never really worked out, but you are the first one I've ever really talked to. That shit should work. Anti-gravity says, Dr. Mike, what if you tell her she will be the first girl you will say another girl's name when you, oh shit, then you fucked up, bro. You fucked up. But some guys do that, man. I know a guy who was dating a young lady, and apparently he was texting a lot of girls at one time, and the girl that was right next to him, he ended up calling that girl the exact same name of the girl that he was texting. So let's say the girl's name was actually like Maria. Let's say the girl that he was with, her name was Maria, but he kept calling her like Nina or some shit like that, like Marie or some shit, like I don't remember what the girl's name was, but he kept calling her the wrong name, and he was doing that shit all night long. And I was like, this girl go cut this dude up, because he was doing it like right next to me at like the table I was at. It was just the craziest thing ever. But yeah, Captain Spaulding, I'm just saying it's a high probability. I'm not going to say it's going to guarantee. I will never say that it is a guaranteed, but it will increase your chances. That's what I will say. It will increase your chances. That's what I will say. There you go, Liz. It's pronounced Sino Naling, right? Sino Galing. Sino. God, see, fuck, I be fucking up, but that means you're lying, basically. There you go, Terry. That is exactly. She wants to be number one. She want to pop that foreigner cherry. She wants to introduce you to the wonderful world of Filipinas. Let her be your introduction into the Philippines, into the dating life of Filipinas. I'm telling you, she puts herself on a pedestal knowing that she was the one to pop your cherry. That is why it is a tactic, strategy, or whatever that seemed to be successful for a young man a long time ago, back when he was practicing that particular lifestyle. But he does not need to do that no more. Me no do that no more. Cap Spaulding, we would all be lying, brother. We would all be lying. I'm just saying, though, if she was your first one that day, the first one you talked to that week, that would not be a lie. You can stretch the truth. It's going to be a long ass stretch, but there is a possibility of stretching the truth. Again, but this is if you're single and you're looking to just have fun. If you want a relationship, man, you got to leave that shit behind. Gotta leave your playing days behind, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a tactic that I have said before a long time ago, and like I said, it increased my chances. Didn't guarantee shit. Increased my chances though. 010, what's going on, family? So what's up, Dr. Mike? The most women that I have dated stay talking about previous relationships. Wow. I never thought of it like that, but how do you feel? All right, 010. Let me ask you a question, brother. How do you feel about your woman talking about her past relationship? Now, I want to make this abundantly clear, or I want to ask this question. Was her past relationship with foreigners, or was her past relationship with Filipino men? That would make a big difference in my opinion. But I want to know how you feel about your girl talking about previous relationships. Because then that's interesting that you say that, because then some guys feel like they have to sell wolf tickets on previous relationships. Let's say that the girl said that her boyfriend was such a great guy and all this shit, and you can say, oh well, my girlfriend was a goddess or some shit like that. I don't know. That's just, it goes both ways, man. Rain Man, robust does work. Dr. Mike tested and approved. You know me, man. Cal Winston says that will only work if you act like you're a tourist and not living in the PH. Oh my God, Cal Winston, I love you, brother. I love you, man. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you what I used to do back in the day. If I can stop the show for one more minute, I need everybody to press one, because I need everybody's undivided attention for this one too. I need ones in the chat for me before I go ahead and tell you guys my other secret. Because Cal Winston, you brought up something that was very interesting, and it triggered something in my mind, which was another tactic that kind of worked for me too. You got to have a good mouthpiece with this one, but I'll tell you, I need ones, guys. I'm sorry. I need my ones. I apologize. I told my girl she get. I got, but once I get my ones, I'm gonna get you guys right. Sino Naling. There you go. That's what I thought I said that, Liz. I'm sorry. Rona says lie all you want, but don't be scared when you get caught. Yeah, we'll be fucked up when we get caught. If you ask about my answer, I'll say, well, I got fun. It's okay. What's your family waiting for? Oh my God, I need to scroll through the chat. There you go. Those are my ones. Okay, let me tell you one thing that I used to do back in the day. Hold on, let me read these comments. She said, what is she hiding if she does not want you on her Facebook? Oh, hiding a boyfriend. Everybody knows that. All right. He need to ask her the first one. Okay, guys. All right. I see I got almost everybody's attention. Okay. Hold on. Let me see what my man Anti-Gravity says. He says, I never tolerate a chick talking about her ex around me. Me neither. I tell them I don't want to hear that shit. I don't talk about that. Blah, blah, blah. I never want to hear that either. All right. 010. I will get to your question in 1 second. But let me tell you guys about my other tactic that used to work for me. Cal Winston, I appreciate you saying what you said. It triggered something in my mind. Okay. You guys know that I lived in the Philippines for a very, very, very long time. Okay. I know Davao like the back of my hand, right? But anytime I ever wanted to talk to a girl and I had no way in, I couldn't figure out my approach to her. You know what I would do? I would ask her for directions to a certain place. Even if I knew where the hell I was going, in order for me to get to talk to her, I would ask her where, like, for example, if I was downtown, Liz worked with me on this one. You know this. I was downtown by Ateneo one time, by Ateneo de Davao University. And I asked the girl where Gazano Mall was. I played dumb. I played the dumb foreigner. And, you know, I told her, I don't know where I'm going, but can you walk with me and show me where I'm going? And most Filipinos will definitely walk with you and they'll definitely be happy to show you around. During that time of the walk, I would get the phone number, everything that I need so that I can text her later. So it does play to your advantage to be the dumb foreigner. I don't care how long you've lived in the Philippines. If you have a moment when you really want to try to talk to a young lady, the best thing for you to do is play dumb. If you play dumb, act like you don't know where you're going, play the clueless foreigner. Most of the time, you'll get a young Filipino that would definitely help you or show you around to the places that you need to go or want to go. Now, like I said, I was lucky enough that you could just get the young lady to walk with you. You understand? If the distance is close, like you would say, oh, I don't know how to get here. Can you show me where it's at? And she has to be going the exact same direction that you're going so that you can walk with her and maybe she could show you, you know, where you're going and shit. But I always thought that actually worked. That actually worked for me, man. I don't know if it works for y'all, but it does play good to play the dumb foreigner. Play the dumb foreigner. Please do. That's another tactic. It works. Play like you don't know where you're going, even if you know where you're going. Okay? That's all I want to say, guys. You need to ask her, is he the first foreigner? Trent Knight, that is one thing you do not want to cross, brother. I'm telling you. Trent, that is one question you do not want to know the answer for. You do not want to know the answer to that. I would never ask a Filipina if I'm her first foreigner. Fuck that. That is one answer I don't want to know. Most of the time they say no, though. And am I supposed to believe them? Probably not, but I would never ask, though. That's just one question. I can't fucking do that. I can't do that. It's not worth it for me to know that answer because it doesn't really, to me, you don't gain anything from that knowledge. That's why I would probably never ask a Filipina if I was her first ever foreigner. 010 says, $1 million question. Do Filipinas born in America count as Filipina like those in the Philippines? Hell no. Filipina born or American or Philams, that's what they call them. I'm sorry, I'm about to say American born Filipinos. Filipino Americans, Philams born in the United States do not constitute Filipino, and they are not Filipinos like in the Philippines. They are two different breeds, two different types of people. Liz says the problem is trust issues. If he or she is loyal, no need to ask a password. Everybody needs privacy to even if you're in a relationship. Yes. Azon says if you find a sniff a Filipina's neck real slow, she will giggle, then slap you. Bro, why would I walk up to a random chicken and sniff her neck? I don't like that, man. That shit sound creepy. Cal Winston, hell yeah, man. That is game 101. Play the dumb foreigner. You will never go wrong with that one, I promise you. And most Filipinos Filipinas, more specifically, they will be glad to help you. They will be glad to show you where you're going. That's why I'm glad you said what you said, brother, and I appreciate you bringing that to my attention because like I said, I know Dava like the back of my hand, but if I wanted to talk to a girl and I had no way in, I had no approach, I had nothing to go on, I would just ask them, can you show me where this is? I'm sorry, I'm lost, I'm new here, I just touched down yesterday. Oh my God, they eat that shit up, bruh. God damn it. Oh, I can't do it anymore. See, I got to give you guys, I got to pass on the playbook, man. And I know a lot of you guys know this stuff already. So I'm joking, but I'm having fun with this one because these are things that actually work. Again, anybody who catches this on the replay, these are the little nuggets that have always helped Dr. Mike in the past. And, you know, I know it could prove to be beneficial to you guys down the line. Liz says, play the dumb and the knees locked and you can't walk. The girl will call 911. Oh, no, boo-boo. No, I don't do that. Don't look like you're crippled, please. Lee Smith says, you just gave a nugget, man. I'm glad that I dropped a little gem on you, man. I'm glad I dropped just a little gem on you guys. I mean, I know a lot of my guys know about this stuff. That's why when Cal Winston said it, or he said something like that, I had to tell you guys what I used to do because it does work. If you play the dumb foreigner, you will probably get more conversations. Now, I mean, it's going to get played out eventually. You're going to get tired of playing that role, but it does work for you. You just gotta use it the right way, and you gotta know when to use it. Let them girls show you where you're going, and then and you got see. But like I said, this does take mouthpiece to an extent. You got to be able to converse with her while you're walking, so that you can at least get her name, a little bit about her, and hopefully, when you do get to your destination, let's hope it's not too far, because you don't want Filipinos walking and getting all sweaty and all that stuff trying to help you out. If it's not too far, get the name, the number, and all the information so that you can text her later. And you know what works even better, guys? Here's is how you get it. Okay, I didn't even mention this, but this is a follow-up. Okay, if you guys are listening, I'm not going to ask you guys to press 1, but what you should do is, if you actually get to the location where you are, let's say that you walk to the mall or something like that, you would be like, let me show my gratitude to you. Let me treat you to lunch. Let me treat you to something sometime. You know, maybe not that day. It's better if you don't do it that day because she may have something to do, but get her numbers so you can say, you know, I want to invite you out, you know, to show my appreciation and thank you for helping me out. How can I do that? You know, let me get your number so I can text you up and I can take you out. Bam. That's how you get the number if you can't actually do it by just asking for it outright. Tell her you want to treat her. And of course you're going to treat her. I mean, you don't have to go nowhere expensive, but you know, that works. Terry says that could backfire. She might give you directions to a back alley to get robbed. Well, I would hope you would do this in the middle of the day and not in the middle of the night. I mean, damn. I see, but no, Terry, let me clarify something real quick, because maybe what I'm saying may not translate. I know what you're trying to say, but what I'm saying is, you know where you're going. You already know the direction that you're going. You would never ask her for a direction to a place you've never been before. You know where you're going, but you're going to act like you don't know where you're going. Like, I know the direction from Ateneo de Davao University going all the way to Gazano Mall. I know that direction. It's just a fucking straight shot, right? But don't ask her directions to a place where you've never been before, because you need to know where you're going so that you're not being taken off of some beaten path stuff. So that's what I feel. But yeah, Rain Man, I will never ask her that question. I don't think that that's appropriate. She may look at me sideways with that. She may not even understand what BBC is. She may not understand what that is. But Terry, I do understand if you don't know where you're going and you ask a question, it could be a trap. But I would hope that you would ask her directions to a place that you already know where you're going. You're just playing dumb. That's the operative thing in this whole entire situation. You got to play stupid. You don't actually be stupid. You know, that's what I was trying to say. You just play dumb. The learning curve is fucked up. 010 said, it does not bother me, Dr. Mike. I've dated women of many races and they all do that. Okay. I mean, I don't know exactly. I'm sorry. I got a lot of things going on in the chat and I was trying to figure out what you're talking about. If you're talking about women that talk about ex-boyfriends, if it doesn't bother you, I mean, To me, honestly, it doesn't bother me too much. If my only goal was to just like hook up with her and just be with her like that, it wouldn't bother me at all. Uh, There have been times when I've listened to a girl cry on my shoulder over an ex-boyfriend. How many of you guys have been in that situation where a girl cried on your shoulder about an ex? And I sat there and sucked it up because I knew that after the tears were done, I knew what was going to happen. How many of you guys have done that before? Sit there and let a woman cry on your shoulder about an ex-boyfriend because you knew what was going to happen as soon as it was all said and done. If you've done that before, let me know. I know we started off talking about producing receipts, but we working on something right now. Oh hell no, eyes on you crazy man. He said if you want to make them believe you're still a virgin, bro, that's pushing it. You don't have to do that. He said give her mouth to mouth and the game is over. Touche. I agree with that one. I I mean, I'm telling you right now, if you can get to the point where a Filipina will let you kiss her, oh hell no, nah, man. You're game over because Filipinas don't really kiss like that. You ain't just gonna get no you ain't just gonna get no kiss from a Filipina like that. Not no real one. If she lets you kiss her, it's a damn rap, bro. Swap and spit something good to do with the Filipina. Very true. Terry Edwards said, I'm sorry, you're right, brother. I do give some people too much credit. I know where you're coming from. I'm kind of expecting them to already know. Yeah, you're right, Terry. I agree, man. I should have explained that part. You make perfect sense. I should have explained that one. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you elaborating on that and making sure that we bring that to everybody's attention. BK, you're not dumb, man. You're with Dr. Mike TV. You're not dumb. My man Derek Floyd in the building. What's going on, family? Appreciate you coming through and showing some love, family, like you always do, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. As always. Michael Smith, he said, I'm the master. See, let me break down something for a lot of people because you don't understand me. I don't drop gems and nuggets all the time because that's not what this is about. I'm not a pickup artist. I'm not a game slayer. I'm not this. I don't brag about being able to do this or do that. That's why I don't really make videos like that or talking about stuff like this. I know shit. Okay. Dr. Mike knows a lot of stuff. I hope people would give me credit for my 10-year experience. I hope that you would give me veteran status with my 10-year experience in the game. So I know things. I just don't talk about them because I never had to. Nobody's ever asked me. And if they did ask me, I would tell them a couple of things. But, this is shit right here that I've done since day one. I'm sorry, not day one, maybe two or three, day 2 or 3. But I want you guys to understand if you ever needed any type of shit, this shit's fun for me. All right. I know how to play this game. I've been doing this since day one. Like I said, this is a long time coming. And because I can't practice this shit anymore, it makes me happy to be able to talk about it, right? So I could school some people on some shit. And I want people to understand that this shit is for real for me. A lot of this stuff, actually, keep it 100 with you, and I'm not plugging my book for any reason, but I am plugging my book. I mention a lot of this shit in the prescription. If anybody's ever read the prescription, you don't have to tell me, but I did say a lot of this shit, not this particularly what we're talking about, but I have mentioned a lot of things in that book that have been like gems that people could really utilize. Some people may have gotten that from the book, some people may not have. But like I said, I do this shit for real, guys. I want you to understand this shit's fun for me now. It's just more so talking shit. Yeah, I used to do this back in the day. I'm like one of those old heads. You know how back in the day you like, let's say for example, like those veterans of war, they sit around and share old war stories. These are my old war stories, man. What I'm sharing with you now is just old war stories, man, and it's been fun since day one. So it's all good. But yeah, Derek, man, appreciate you, my brother, as always, man. Good to see you in the building. Hope UPS is treating you well, my brother. John Joe said, I'm always lost in Davao. Yeah, it's easy to get lost in Davao. Even though there's only 3 main streets, you have Diversion Road. What else do you have? You have Diversion Road, you have Kemple Boulevard. That's it. Those are the only roads you have. And then the highway. Kind of hard to get lost, man. Fed up said I'm not going there. Hey, man. I'm telling you, man. I don't care what nobody say. Fed up, I'm not lying to you. How many guys have had a girl cry on their shoulder because as soon as them tears was over, you already knew what was going down. See, I've had that happen too. I'm sorry. This is just real shit. This is stuff that I've gone through in my past, man. I now you guys better get, if you guys want some information out of me, you better start asking me questions now, bro, because I'm in the sharing mood tonight. Don't look at me sideways now, Liz. I mean that in a nice way. She had to confide in somebody, so I was the person that they chose to confide in. And I tell them I take care of them, and I did. That was truth, and it was facts. Eyes on you, crazy man. 010, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you very much, man, for supporting the channel, man. I'm glad to see you guys here. I'm telling you, if you guys want to know some shit about me, or if you really want to know anything, you better ask me now because I got it in me and I'm in a sharing mood. This may only come once in a lifetime. I know you guys don't really need no help getting girls in the Philippines. I know I'm just talking shit, but if you guys want to know anything, any other tactics, I could definitely help you out. All you have to do is present a scenario. I think we're going to make that into a live stream. I like that idea. I love that idea. You guys present a scenario and I have to figure out how to make it work. If you guys like that live stream, let me know, man, because I think that would be a dope live stream. Lee Smith, I think we've all been there, brother. Eyes on just bring it to life. Well, Terry, I'm glad that's why my people's fucks with me, man. I just have to, sometimes you feel like you gotta just let people know that you ain't just blowing smoke out your ass. Cause again, I don't talk about this all the time. I don't talk about this all the time. And I don't have to. Y'all know what's up. So Fed Up says he got 45 years and still feels like you learning. I learn every day too, guys. I learn every day too. So we all learning. Me too. Liz, it was the right shoulder. It was the right one. The right one at the right time. Touche. It was the right one at the right time. That's what I will tell you. But Liz, happy birthday coming up. 7 days countdown. Mine is on the 17th, guys. Please make sure you guys join Dr. Mike on November 16th at 8:30. Yeah, November 16th, Friday night, 8:30, because that would be my birthday morning in the Philippines on Saturday. I already have it scheduled, guys. I want you guys to come through, show some love to the good doctor. Make sure you say, "What's up, doc? Happy birthday." Then you can leave and go on about your business. I will not be before you guys long. I hope not. But if Liz is going to have a birthday live stream, make sure you join Liz's birthday live stream too. She's 7 days and I'm about 13 days. Whatever the 17th is that 13 days? No, it's 11, 7. Yeah. I don't know how many days that is, but yeah, my birthday countdown is, I think, 9 or so. Rona, do not take it the wrong way, baby. We are just having fun. I know. But there was nothing wrong with what I said. I just wanted guys to understand that if you needed help making it easier to talk to young ladies, I was just giving them some tips to make it all easy. That's all. Sometimes guys need a little help. Sometimes guys need a little help. That's all. But Rona, it's okay. See, Rona got the eye roll on me, man. She got me feeling guilty because I spoke my truth from how many years ago was that? Damn, I've been in a relationship for a long time, bro. That was 10 years. That was Mike 10 years ago. Okay, that was Dr. Mike from 10 years ago. That was Dr. Mike before Dr. Mike was Dr. Mike. That was just Michael. Because guys, yeah, that's my real name. Michael is my real name. Ah. Liz, no need for a birthday cake, baby. I'm good. But I just appreciate the happy birthday. Good doctor's happy to come through and share the love, man. What the fuck? Eyes on see, man. I gotta start blocking your comments, bro. You want some other shit tonight, bro. mm. Oh shit. Yeah, you're right. You're right. John Jones, I did already set it for 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So it's gonna be 8:30 for sure. Even daylight savings time, yeah, it may be 9:30 in the morning where I am, but it'll still be 8:30 you guys' time. Rain man, you stupid, man. He said he thought my real name was Mike Duh. You stupid, man. You trying to make me feel bad. Yes, where there is no community. Oh, Liz, I thought your birthday was coming up, girl. You said your birthday ain't till May, girl. But all right, we still love you anyways. And happy advanced birthday. We would appreciate it. But yeah, guys, I'm just dropping the gems that I have in my little brain of mine. But I see we got 27 watching, guys. Make sure you guys get the likes up. Dr. Mike would highly appreciate that for sure, no doubt. We've had fun today, man. Never listen to anyone who can't produce receipts, guys. I am very, very adamant about that. I do not like people who talk too much shit, but they can't prove or back up their shit talk. I'm just being honest. I mean, that's a pet peeve, man. I've dropped a lot of people in my life because they talk too damn much. I know I talk too much, but I ain't a bragger, man. I keep everything to myself. I promise you. The less you talk, the more you get. Because if a girl knows that you ain't gonna brag about it, I'm telling you, man, you'd be surprised at what you get. But I'm just saying, keeping it real. Thank you, Rain Man. I don't know if I'm gonna have beer on my beer day. I'll probably drink something else though. I might feel like a little bit something harder. But yeah, Doctor, I need a banner. Rain Man, you're gonna be responsible for making the banner. I don't know. I just want you to make a banner. I don't know if you can make a graphic or something here in the chat or something that says "Happy Birthday, Milk Dud Robust." That would be great. That would be classic. Oswald, what's going on, family? Appreciate you coming through and showing some love to the good doctor. His is on the 18th. Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna turn up. I'm not gonna really turn up, guys. I'm gonna be here doing lives with you guys. I'm gonna go out with my young lady, and we're gonna have a birthday dinner. Probably turn up that night before, and then that's it. I'm gonna come on with you guys and just have fun, man. We're just gonna have a good one, man. Eyes on you on something else, bro. We can't be talking about sniffing farts, man. You killing me, man. BK. All right, man. If you're going, bro, I appreciate you. You said brag about her and keep her young, fed up. I agree 100%, man. Make her feel like she is the only thing in your life, and you're golden. That's for sure. My man Tony Tower says not the first, but you can be the last. Touche, my brother. Touche. We can't always be number one, guys. We can't always be the first, but we can always be the last. Rain, man, you ain't got to be tech savvy, man. I was just fucking with you, but yeah, I thought that would be cool if I get a little banner in the chat. But I don't know how you'd set it up, anyways. I'm not tech savvy at all either. World Traveler says Dr. Mike wants something harder. Yes, man. I'm going for some. I know for a fact I'm gonna probably do some Crown that night. I think my birthday night is a Crown night. Some Crown Royal. I've been dreaming of some Crown, so I might make that happen. I'm gonna go to your page, Eyes On, and I'm gonna see how you make that dynamite. I may not be able to make it like you, but I just might try, man. See, Ray, man, you always got them damn one-liners, man. Why you over here trying to make me feel bad about my robust issue, man? But it will definitely make me harder. Shit. Tech savvy went out 20 years ago. Not all of us are tech savvy, but it's all good. Not all of us. All right, instead of tech savvy, let's use computer literate. No, because then it sounds like you don't understand computers. I don't know. You're just not technologically sound. There you go. Not everybody's technologically sound. Cost Express delivery. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was reading some comments. I'm sorry. I was reading something on my phone. All right. Fed up, man. It's all good, man. He said his flip phone has cobwebs, man. At least you know the government can't hear and tap your phone calls nowadays because you don't have those smartphones. So you're doing just fine, my brother. You are doing just fine. Guys, it's been a hell of a live stream. I do not wish to be before you long. This was fun. If you guys have any questions, any shout outs that you need, make sure you leave it down here in the comments, in the chat box while I go through and shout out everybody who came through today. You know how Dr. Mike does. I have to touch every single last one of you in the most inappropriate way humanly possible. So we about to start touching some people. My man Fed Up, I appreciate you coming through. Eyes on as always, man. It's good to see you, fam. Rain Man, it's a pleasure, man. Dr. Mel Dud Robust will live on through you forever and ever. Amen. Liz, as always, a pleasure to have you. I'm glad that everything is going well for you. I hope your class isn't listening to this live stream because I do not believe that this is appropriate for the classroom. But I'm glad that you were here to share in your comments because you really did make a lot of us laugh. My man BGC Mike, World Traveler, Mike check 1212. Appreciate you coming through, my brother, as always. Tony Towers, appreciate you, my brother. It's been a pleasure having you on here, man. And I salute all the support you give to the channel, my brother. You're right, not the first, but you can't be the last. I agree 100%. I know my man BK left out the building, but showing love to him as always. My man Trent Knight, man, appreciate you coming through and showing some love to the good doctor today, man. It was great. Mr. Oswald Wallace, man, I need some help on that Maddox shit. Maybe I'll do a crash course on that day trading, man, because I'm really interested in that. But I'm glad to see you in the building. Thank you for coming through. My man John Jones, as always, hashtag Team Davao City. You know what's good. Appreciate you, Rona. Stay beautiful, baby. And thank you for coming through and showing some love to the good doctor today. Jenny Cruz, love you. Thank you for coming through. I don't know what time it is in your part of the world today, but thank you very much for being here. Dr. Mike highly appreciates that. My man Lee Smith, thank you, my brother, for coming through and showing some love to the good doctor today. It's always a pleasure. My man Terry Edwards, thank you for coming through, being part of the family, not holding your boy down as always. That wrench is coming soon, my brother. I'm going to bring that to you by the next time the live stream comes through. You can look for that. 010, thank you, my brother, as always. Thank you for the support. Appreciate the super chat today, man. It's always a pleasure to have you here, man. And I'm glad that you asked the questions that you did. You did ask $1 million question. Do Filipinos born in America constitute or classify or compare or actually consider themselves to be actual Filipinos? Actually, to answer that question, if I had to, I think that they identify more as American than they would Filipino. That's what I will say. But thank you for coming through, my brother. Who else we got in the building that I didn't shout out to? My man Derek Floyd in the building. Appreciate you always coming through, man. You always coming through. You always show your support and you always show your love, man. Glad to see you in the building. I appreciate you always. My man Michael Smith, pleasure to have you in the building, man. Thank you for coming insights. Dr. Mike highly appreciate you guys coming through and sharing in. My man Cal Winston, thank you. My man dropping gems, helping me drop gems. Appreciate you coming through and showing some love. My man Anti-Gravity 74, much love to you, my brother, as always, giving me all these 100 first names and shit. But I appreciate you, my G. Jeffrey G, appreciate you coming through and showing love, man. My bro was always talking about being a bouncer and shit. So yeah. I wish I knew a lot about that because you used to see strippers all day long, and I would have loved to have been a part of that life. Who else we got in the building? Come on, man. You know I got to touch everybody inappropriate. Agnostics Adams, what's going on, family? I don't know if you're still with us, my brother, but thank you for coming through and showing love, and thank you for the chuckle. The chuckle makes my day, man. Captain Spalding, appreciate you, my G. Thank you for coming through and sharing in your insights. Dr. Macaulay appreciates it. Jaws, what's going on, man? I missed your question. He said, what's up with Filipinos wanting a man to have no facial hair? Jaws, actually, to answer that question, man, I fucking missed it, and I'm mad that I missed it. But the reason that they don't want a man with facial hair is because when you kiss them, it kind of like tickles their face. A girl told me that because I don't have facial hair. You know, I'm smoother than the baby's ass because I told you guys that's just the way Dr. Mike is. But they told me that they don't like it because the stubble or something on the face kind of like tickles them. You know, like when you try to kiss a girl or rub up against the side of her face, they don't like that feeling. Most Filipinos don't like that feeling. That's why I don't believe they want facial hair. I'm sorry I missed that one earlier, but I'm glad that I was able to see that on the way back up. That's why I go through, man. When I go through touching people, I always seem to get myself caught up in questions that I didn't miss. I think I'm almost good. My man Deadly Miss, what's going on? Showing some love from Quezon City. Appreciate you, my brother, as always, coming through, showing some love to the good doctor. Dr. Mike highly appreciates that 100%. I hope you guys don't mind me referring to myself in third person. I just think that that's pretty fun. Tim H, man, what's going on, family? I know I got you, man. I just wanted to make sure that I shouted you out. Don Harvey, I see you dropping them ones when I asked you guys to drop those ones earlier. I see you in the building. All of y'all gonna get touched today, man. Don't play with me. And if I missed you and I didn't touch you, make sure you leave it down at the bottom. My man Alan Martin, appreciate you coming through, family. I know my man David Webb was in the building. Shouting out to Of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers dropping that ass whooping. My man HT, my brother from another, man. Always glad to have you in the building. Mr. Wonderful, thank you. Shouting out from the ATL. Smooth Riffs, I see you in the building, Playboy, and I appreciate you coming through. My man Christopher from Texas, aka Christopher TX. Thank you for coming through, family. I'm gonna roll through this real quick. Earlier, Angel, I don't know if you're still with this lady, but thank you for coming through and showing a little bit of love to the chat. I know that this is not normal for most Filipinos to listen to a man rant and rave and then a bunch of guys in the chat talking shit, but thank you for all of the ladies who come through. I have to say that. Thank you for all of the ladies who do come through. All right, I'm almost done, guys. I'm almost done. I think I done touched them all. I think I did. Yeah, I think I'm good. But I have to scroll all the way up just to make sure. Oh, my man Cam Wide, man. Appreciate you coming through, brother. I missed you, man. And my man Fred Funky Town, see you in the building. Andy, as always, man, much love to you, my brother. And I think that, oh, Trusty came back. See you in the building. What's going on, man? The Wallace Life, I see you. I don't know if you're still with us, but thank you. Michael Booth, appreciate you, my brother. I see you. And I think that was it. Yes, that's it. Everybody's been touched in the worst way and the right way. All right. If I missed you, I'm coming back now down to the bottom so that I can make sure that I show my love and respect to those that I may have missed earlier today. Okay, let me see. Fed up, man. Take care. You guys have a great weekend. I will be on tomorrow. That is my plan. I will come on tomorrow, same time. Trent Knight says, Dr. Mike, where are the African Philippine cities at in the Philippines? Good question. If you really want to know the truth, if you're looking for, I don't know exactly what you're looking for, but if you're looking for the Filipinos that have like the darker skin complexions or like resemble more stuff from Africa, you got to go to the province for that, my brother. And that's in a lot of different provinces, man. You got to go to the Bukid's, man. You got to go to the mountain to find what you're looking for there. But I appreciate the question, man. I've never known the actual places because I mean, I haven't probably been there myself. So I can't tell you that because I've never actually been there. But I would have to say it's definitely somewhere in the Bukid's, man, in the super, super mountains, man. But what I will tell you is this. This is interesting. Most of the people who have that resemblance from, you know, past ancestry origins and stuff like that, whatever, they do come to Davao City. They come to Davao City and they line up along Diversion Road because people normally give change or give things to them on the side of the road. It's weird. Like once a year, when it comes to Christmas time, they travel from the mountainous area and they come down to Davao City and they beg, basically. And that's kind of just a tidbit of information that I kind of left out, but you know, thanks for bringing that to my attention. So they do come and congregate in Davao City for a certain period of time in December. Jay Jones, appreciate you enjoying the show, man. Glad to see you in the building. Lee Smith, appreciate you. God bless you all, man. Trent, thank you, my brother. Rain, man, see you in the building, man. It's been a minute. We are having great moments. My man Fred, appreciate you. Oswald, thank you, Captain. Always a pleasure, man. Yeah, Rain, man, hair irritates the skin. That's what I was getting at. Thank you very much. They don't want to taste the other girls on the guy's mustache or beard. That's funny, Ray, man, but that might be true. I gotta be clean shaven for my girl. Yeah, man, Dr. Mike's moving in the baby's ass. I'm telling you, man, I don't grow facial hair, but you know, I've learned that my girl prefers it that way. So Terry Edwards says he gets a lot of compliments on the facial hair. I mean, I think girls like it. Some girls like it, some girls don't. Eyes on, man. You be dropping some serious chats, man. Guys who watch this video on the playback, make sure you keep the chat open so that you can actually keep up with what we're talking about. I would appreciate that. Damn, we finally hit 30 likes. God damn, we doing something nice, man. I appreciate all of you guys coming through. Make sure you get the likes up on the way in or on the way out. Dr. Mike would highly appreciate that. He really, really would. Fed up. I don't think that a long tongue makes a difference. Maybe if you use it the right way, maybe. I guess maybe that could make a difference. Y'all have a blessed day, man. I think Dr. Mike is done. I've touched everybody in the most inappropriate way humanly possible. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for showing a little bit of love. Thank you for sharing your time with the good doctor today. Whether it was a little bit, whether it was a lot of it, Dr. Mike is highly appreciative because this channel would not be anything without you. I want you to understand that from the day that I started until the day that this ends, and I hope it never ends, Dr. Mike is 100% appreciative of the people who follow him. He is 100% appreciative of the people who come through the chat. He is 100% appreciative of individuals who share in their experiences that can help others in one way or another. And with that being said, Dr. Mike is officially out. Finally, Alice Nako Pa'alam, which means I am going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.